It's a miracle, baby. Yeah.
Miracle, miracle, serves. Miracle, miracle, serves. Miracle, miracle, serves. Miracle, miracle, serves.
We keep having all these problems. How we gonna solve them? Every day it's the same thing. All these unsolved issues, I guess it's official. Here we go again, the same old thing. And I'm tired of the arguing and lying. So goodbye.
Did you know that you can support us for just 99 cents a month? That's right, friends. You can support everything that we do here at GSL for just 99 cents a month. Take a look around wherever this post is. You might see a link or maybe even a button that says support. Go there, check out the options, consider supporting us because, we enjoy bringing you all the daily inspiration as well as the weekly talk show, but we have much, much more to come. Thank you so much for the consideration. Bye-bye. Good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Miracle Sims, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration and juice. It is May the 10th, y'all. It's May the 10th, 2024. And today the topic is Best Laid Plan. Happy Friday. Yes, happy Friday, everybody. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thursday. Mine was just fine. Yes, mine was good but different overall. You guys may notice my chain of scenery. Girl got a few clothes on or something. Might actually look like something this morning. It's because I'm technically at work right now. Okay, so I said I want to go ahead and get this juice done, get work done, get on back home. But yeah. So why am I at work on Friday? Well, what had happened was, yesterday I was getting the juice out. I did everything. Was putting it out and whatnot. And I was about to go get ready to take my shower and get ready to go. And my husband came out of nowhere talking about some, are you sure you got to go today? Because, it's dark when it should be light. And I'm like, like what? And basically, he, I guess, was noticing the beginning stages of the tornado watch that we was in yesterday. And I wasn't paying no attention to none of that stuff, so I didn't know whatever. I reached out to work and they were like, well, safety first, whatever the case may be. And so, I humble myself, you know what I'm saying, and listen to my husband's suggestion or whatever case may be to kind of let's just stay home and wait till the tornado watch is over. And so that's what I ended up doing. And then by the time the tornado watch was over and everything was safe and fine, um, I was getting ready to go again to work, and then my coworker called me and let me know that it was better for me to come today because one of the deliveries that we have for Mother's Day is whatnot is supposed to come today. So, to God be glory. Things happen for a reason. Another great thing that happened yesterday was I had an awesome conversation last night. You may have caught it if you follow me on social media. Then you may have already seen because I tried to share it. I went live with the lady named Miss Christina on her platform and had an amazing conversation uh, with her about just my life and just a lot of different things. And honestly, I would say that conversation as well as just taking time this morning to just reflect on my life and reflect on everything that the Lord has done and is currently doing with me, for me, and through me. It just really feels like, man, again, I know I say this all the time. Oh, I feel like I'm walking in my purpose, things like that. But, I also just feel like just so blessed, right? I'm blessed to be where I'm at, to be doing the things I'm doing, to be using my gifts and talents for the Lord and all these different things, and to just see where God has me today based on my obedience, based on my willingness to say yes and do and things of that nature. um I feel like the wisdom that he's given me, the just everything has been such a blessing. And so I just took some time, last night to reflect on that, and even this morning I took time to reflect on that. So by the time I was done reflecting and had received the juice, it was time for me to go and get here and stuff. So I was like, well, I'll just record there if the Lord's will. And so that's what happened with that. That's where the inspiration for today's conversation comes from as well. Because again, I took time and was reflecting so much on that. And I even, man, listen, look, I got to give a shout out to chatholybible.com, that app that I've been using, Bible chat. It's been very, very interesting. Not only just using it for, again, a resource to go deeper about, um, whatever questions I might have about the Bible or about life or whatever, um, but I decided to just test it and see what it had to say about me. And I know, I'm gonna take everything with a grain of salt, XYZ. But y'all gotta remember, right? I'm somebody that has a unique name, right? So the other people can go and look up their names in like name books, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. You guys might have been able to go get your keychain with your name on it, stuff like that. That was not a luxury that I was afforded, right? So when I did, think more about the meaning of my name, which is Miraculous. For those of you that don't know, my first name is Miraculous. I know y'all know me as Miracle, um, but yeah, the name Miraculous isn't out there. You know what I'm saying, and whatnot. And so for me to try to figure out, well, what's the meaning behind my name? I know Miracle is in my name and things like that, but like, what does my name mean? Like, and obviously names mean a lot, man. Names, um, especially in the Bible, were like ways to really speak over somebody's life and whatnot. So they hold a lot of weight and held a lot of weight. And so I just took some time with the Chat Holy Bible app today and just happened to, check. I just was like, what can you tell me about the name Miraculous? Just throwing it out there. But what it was giving me back was, first of all, the fact that they had anything to give back to me was just already blowing my mind. I was like, what? It actually has something to say. Then the things that it shared with me about, my name, maybe even my purpose, different things of that nature. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Now, again, I'm not, telling everybody, yes, go believe everything an app and AI tell you. But what I'm saying is, for someone like me that has not had the opportunity to go elsewhere and do deeper research about my name and, different things like that, it meant something to me. And it felt like confirmation as well. So yeah, so I took some time to do that. I was thinking about whether I was going to share that information with you guys, and I might. We'll see. If I do, then it'll be on my social media at some point. If not, then maybe it ain't none of your business. That was more about my purpose and things of that nature. But I will remind you guys again, just in case you didn't know, at some point before today, obviously, I took some time to try to break down my name back when I was trying to again figure out the meaning and stuff like that. So when I looked into miracle, it led me to the word wonder. And then when I looked up the OUS, that's at the end of my name, it means full of. Um, and so I just kind of put that together to mean, I guess my name means wonderful or full of wonder, and just kind of went with that all these years and stuff like that. But yeah, getting more meaning. I even went so deep to put my whole name, my first, last, I mean, my first, middle, and last maiden name, and all of that said something as well. So I was like, wow, this is amazing. So anyway, but I share all that to say that, yeah, I was taking a deeper dive into thinking about purpose. And I know I talk about purpose a lot on here, man. There's probably been so many juices called purpose and things like that. But I guess today what stood out to me about the word and about like thinking about it and whatnot was just understanding that, man, God has a purpose for each and every one of us. Like, we say that, but then I don't know if we really like receive that or um understand what that means. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we just go through life and we're like, okay, either one, feel like we don't have purpose at all, or two, feel like we above wherever whatever we are supposed to be doing. Like, we feel like we God, right? Um, so somewhere in the middle of that is your actual purpose, your actual God given purpose. Now, it could have a lot to do again with your goals, your dreams, your gifts, talents, things of that nature. All of that can go hand in hand with your purpose. Because again, I see almost every day how God is using different aspects of my life, things I've been through, as well as, um, again, my gifts, talents, things of that nature to serve His greater purpose in different capacities, whether it's again through me creating music or movies or this show, or studying or uh, ministering to the kids, like any of the things, right? I guess, ultimately what I'm saying is that everything matters. Again, I think the Bible tells us that because it tells us that uh, God knows the number of hairs on our head, so even that matters. Now maybe it don't matter to us, because we're not thinking about again the strands of hair on our heads. You know what I'm saying? But there it serves some purpose. So if that matters and serves some purpose, then how much more do we matter and serve some purpose? You know what I mean? Like everything about you. Um, so just taking time to reflect on that. Again after the amazing conversation last night, and also just reflecting on again life and everything this morning. um, I started to just reflect on purpose, and then ultimately, I pretty much was reminded of just God being this ultimate planner, right? Everything is going according to His plan, even our failures, even falling short, even evil, everything is according to God and His plan, and so um I hope that I can encourage and inspire people to, again, I've been saying this a lot lately, but get into alignment with God and His plan for you, right? Again, you don't know what purpose it may serve. Even last night I was thinking about, as the lady that I was talking to was sharing and stuff, how much she appreciated the GSL platform or things like that. It's like, man, again, not to say, again, I know there's other platforms out here that are doing what I'm doing, probably better than how I'm doing it or whatever, they got bigger followings and all that type of stuff, right? Um, but there's something about me, right, doing what the Lord has put on my heart and mind to do. So same for you. There's something about you in particular doing whatever it is that the Lord created you to do. Um, it serves a greater purpose. And so, with that being said, again, just thinking about purpose led me to thinking about God and Him being, again, the master planner, and things being going according to His plan. So I just want to share some verses that hopefully will remind us of this, and hopefully encourage you and inspire you to, again, like I said, get in alignment with God, His will, His way, His plan. So Proverbs 16:1 says, "The plans of the heart belong to man, but the answer of the tongue is from the Lord." There's so much in the Bible that tells us that, again, God is in control. I know at some point yesterday, the lady I was speaking with, she spoke about suicide, and she also spoke about her own thoughts and whatnot that was in consideration of taking her own life and things of that nature. And she was asking me to give some type of, I guess, encouragement to people that may be feeling that, that way. And I think what stood out to me the most that she shared, about that is that at some point she brought up the fact that, like, even in some of those situations, God still intervenes and shows up and lets people know that He's in control. People try to kill themselves and it don't work, for example, things like that. Now, again, some people might think that's coincidence, right? Some people might use any and everything to say, "Oh, that ain't God," right? But I mean, again, I feel like there's been a lot of things that shows God's hand when you really pay attention and look. Again, they talk about this all the time, even with Esther, right? That whole book doesn't mention God at all, right? Um, but it shows how He placed her where she was, allowed the situation to happen with the previous wife, all the different things that led up to saving the saving the Jewish nation, right? Um, all according to His will, way, and plan. So I know we want to do our own thing and think that we're in control. And yes, the Lord has given us some kind of control when it comes to the free will. But outside of that, friend, God is in control. And it just behooves us to understand that and get in alignment with that and seek again, okay, Lord, you made me, you sent me here, whatever it is, right? So what do you want me to do? Um, and things like that. That'll be more beneficial than being like, why and he ain't there and I'm gonna do what I want to do or whatever the case is. I was sharing a lot about again my own journey with that and whatnot, and how much more peace and contentment I have today versus the times when I tried to quote unquote do whatever it was I wanted to do, however I wanted to do it. And feeling empty inside all the time, getting and achieving goals and the things that I wanted and right and whatnot, but not at the same time. So again, y'all can even get my book and read more about that, if you want those details. But I sit here and tell you today that I am super content, I'm super blessed, I'm super happy. Ultimately, yeah, is everything perfect in my life? No, 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 it's not. Because guess what? Because I'm human and we all sin and fall short. It ain't nothing gonna be absolutely perfect, no blemishes or stains, right? But again, for me, I just understand again the importance of the contentment that I now have because I remember not being content. I remember the empty feeling inside, going and doing all the things and feeling like, what was the purpose of what I just did? What was the purpose of what I just gained? And again, the word tells us that what does it profit a man to gain the world and lose your soul? So I'm gonna keep going with these verses, but hey, y'all can hopefully be thinking about these things. Let me keep going. So Proverbs 16:9, it says, "The heart of man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps." I humble myself enough to say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna acknowledge that God gave me the idea. I know we like to be like, oh, I'm so creative. I came up with this and I came up with that. But if you're gonna believe that God is in control, that means He gave you that idea too. So everything is created by the Lord. Now we don't want to think that, right? We want to think, otherwise. We want to even give the enemy, you know, um, some type of quote unquote control or some type of power and things of that nature. But he don't even have no power, right? Um, whatever quote unquote power he has is what you gave him and allow him to have over you. But what Christ did set us all free. So we don't even have to be concerned or worried about even death, which is supposed to be probably the worst thing to happen, um, in life, Um, so again, something to think about. Let me give you guys another verse. It's Proverbs 19:21. It says, many are the plans in the mind of man, but it is the purpose of the Lord that will stand. I mean, another very familiar verse. Um, just reminding us again that God is in control. It's His will, His way, His plan, His world, all that different type of stuff. Again, like the Bible tells us, who are we to say to the potter, "Why did you make me this way?" Who are we to say that you're wrong about anything? We only know what's in our limited mind to know, um, and what He allows us to know and do and things like that. And so on one hand, I guess I want to give the benefit of the doubt to say I could be crazy, right? Believing this Bible thing, I know because people can see me as, oh, you're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. It ain't real. Spaghetti monster, whatever they be trying to say to discredit again the Bible and God and things of that nature. So I guess if you want to carry on that idea and mindset and believe that, hey, there's no purpose to you, your life, this world, all this different type of stuff, everything just so happens to be so intricately done, including your body, the solar system, everything is just it's just so strategically placed to be perfect for us to be able to live and breathe on earth and do what we're doing today. But somehow we want to believe that all that was an accident and we just here out of it and we're just nothing, just balls of flesh or whatever we want to think. If you want to do that, again, God gave you the free will to do that. Go on, go forth and do that. But for those that this is resonating with, and that you feel like you know that God has created you and that you are here for some purpose. And if you're struggling with that, what is that purpose? You know, now genuinely overall, God has given us all general purposes, and that's in the Word of God. Go and read those things, right? But you can also seek Him for your personal purpose, right? Um, again, I thought growing up, perhaps my purpose was to perform, be an actor, you know, things of that nature. And I am that, sure. But obviously, my purpose was to be able to get in front of a screen and just sit here and talk. You know, perhaps my purpose was to write down again the thoughts and things that God has given me. Perhaps my purpose was to, uh, you know, show what it looks like to again walk in the way of the Lord and try your best. You know, perhaps my purpose is to, you know, again trust God so crazily enough to step out on faith in a variety of ways and see what the Lord do and show fruit. You know, the baby don't. That's my purpose. You know what I'm saying? Um, and there's nothing wrong with you and your purpose. It's no bigger or smaller or nothing like that. Again, the Bible addressed that as well. It talks about different parts of the body and every part being important. So, and we can see that again, yes, in our own bodies, right? Um, we might not think so much about the pinky right now, you know, but if my pinky got cut off, I would truly be affected the rest of my life. It would truly matter, you know what I'm saying? And so let's not despise small beginnings. Let's not despise, you know, whatever level God has you at and things of that nature. You know, don't get offended that God gave you one talent and He gave the others more talents or whatever the case may be. Do something with what you got and see what the Lord do. Um, you matter. God has a purpose and plan for you in your life. And ultimately, the juice is I hope that you guys have been encouraged and inspired to seek the Lord about what that is, get into alignment. And like I said, yeah, that's the juice. The Bible verse of today is 2 Thessalonians 3:3. It says, "But the Lord is faithful, who shall straightness you and keep you from evil." Or who shall establish you and keep you from evil. Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day. And I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye.
Do you have talent, but nowhere to show it off? Do you want to share your talent with the world, but have stage fright? Join our online talent show and take your talent from the living room to the world. Take your voice from the shower to the stage. Gain exposure, interact with other talented people, have fun, and try to win a weekly cash prize. Just upload your video and let the viewers vote for you. The video with the most votes at the end of the week wins up to $100. Singers, dancers, rappers, comedians, and unique performers. Download TK Talent Show now. TK Talent Show. TK Talent Show. TK Talent Show.